Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Faye. Today we are going to be making some delicious banana bread using only 5 ingredients. So it's going to be super simple and easy to make, and it is also gluten-free and dairy-free for those of you that have food allergies. So if you'd like to see how I made this today, stay tuned and I'll show you how. Alright, so for this recipe we are going to need 3 medium bananas, 2 cups of oats. These are gluten-free oats, but they came in a bag, so I went ahead and put them in an old Quaker Oats container that I had lying around. We are going to need 2 eggs. We are going to need a 1/4 cup of honey or maple syrup, and then 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. So I have my cinnamon here. And we're actually going to pop all of this into a blender of all things. That way we have a really nice smooth consistency between the bananas and the oats. So I will go ahead and pop everything in the blender and be right back. So now that we have everything in our blender and ready to go, hopefully you can see the bananas, the eggs, the oats, and then on top here the honey. So I'm just going to pop the lid on and then blend this until smooth, and then I'll come back and show you what that looks like. Okay, so we just blended everything up, and it should be this kind of nice, it's a thicker consistency, but it's still smooth and creamy looking. So I'm just going to pop this in a 9x5 bread pan, or if you had a cake pan, you could do a cake pan as well. It just depends on how tall and thick and dense you want your bread. So I'm going to bake this in the oven at 350 degrees for 20-25 minutes, or until you insert a toothpick or a fork or something in the middle and it comes out clean. So we will be back then. Welcome back, guys. So it's been 25 minutes and our banana bread is out of the oven. I did make a last minute change of plans, and rather than put this in a 9x5 bread pan, I actually put it in a cake pan, and it was really hard to get out, even with it being greased with coconut oil. So please keep that in mind if you decide to cook it in a cake sheet pan instead of a bread pan like I did. So this is the finished product. You'll notice that I had to cut it into quarters in order to remove it with a spatula. I didn't want to mangle it too bad for you guys, but this is what it looks like. I'll go ahead and get a little closer so you can see. It's quite hot, but I have tasted it already and it's delicious. It's so good. Some optional things you could do if you wanted to, say, make this a little bit more fancy is after you put everything in the blender, pour it into whatever pan you're using. You could take an additional sliced banana and just put the slices on top and bake it like that, so it has a little bit more visual appeal to the top of it. You could also add coconut flakes, chocolate chips, walnuts, pecans, whatever kind of nut you would like. You could even add dried fruit. Say if you really liked maybe blueberries or cranberries or cherries, that would be a really good addition to this recipe, and still keep it nice and healthy. But I hope you will try making this at home. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this recipe today, as well as if you tried it, what you think it tastes like. I'm always eager to see if you guys are trying these things out at home or not. And tune in next week for another Cooking with Faye video. So until then, bye guys!